This is a knight. He has failed his queen. And this is the Hollow Knight's Vow, an original story by me. This knight is cursed to wear this hollow armor which keeps him alive, but at what costs? Now he wanders the kingdom of Eldoria, fighting the horrors that plague it and hoping to earn back his honor. But he's a man of conviction. His convictions are unwavering and absolute, and as such, his so-called equalizer justice is brutal and merciless. Dark Souls-style combat mixed with Berserk-style animation. It's gonna be heavy, tragic, and violent. So, if that sounds like your kind of anime, then let's get right into it. In the kingdom of Eldoria, the king had fallen ill, afflicted by a mysterious disease that was slowly consuming him from within. The Queen Isabella sought help from the kingdom's greatest hero, Sir Gideon, to escort her to the Hermit of the Mists, a hermit rumored to be blessed by the gods and capable of curing any illness. Gideon brought back the cure only for the king to succumb to its effects soon after drinking it, transforming him into a monstrous beast. It was too late for the queen to escape, and she begged Gideon to slay her before the beast could lay a hand on her. But as he prepared to end her life, the king intervened, mortally wounding the knight and cursing him with a fate worse than death, turning him into a hollow knight. Now cursed to wear the hollow armor, forever trapped between life and death, neither living nor dead, bound to wander the kingdom until he finds a way to break the curse. Or perhaps he's doomed to roam the earth for all eternity. Thousands of years passed, and the kingdom of Eldoria fell into ruin, consumed by decay and infested by monsters. As the world moved on and forgot about Eldoria, Gideon remained there, slaying hordes of monsters so he could hone his combat skills and keep himself busy. That was until one day when a young woman stumbled upon the city. Her name was Iris, and she was a member of the Order of the Radiant Dawn, a holy order dedicated to eradicating the forces of darkness. She quickly found herself under attack by a pack of vicious dogs, but Gideon intervened, easily slaying them and scaring Iris in the process. After calming down a bit, they introduced themselves to each other. And while Iris initially believed Gideon to be an undead monster, she soon realized he was just a knight cursed to wear hollow armor. Impressed by his prowess in battle, she offered him the chance to join the Order of the Radiant Dawn and cleanse Eldoria of its evil. But Gideon declined her offer, stating that he would handle things his own way. After all, it was his fault the kingdom had fallen into ruin in the first place. So he decided to start at the source of the problem. The king, or rather, the beast, that now inhabited the throne room. As he made his way through the palace, he encountered a group of monsters and mowed them down with ease. But this was just the beginning. He had to make it to the throne room without dying. And that was easier said than done, because just as he reached the throne room door, he was attacked by a massive creature with jaws full of razor-sharp teeth. With no other choice, Gideon charged forward, slashing his sword across the beast's face, opening up its skull and ending its life. He finally stood before the throne where the king awaited him. It was clear the king was no longer in there, having been replaced by a monstrous being of pure evil. Yet Gideon still felt a sense of sadness as he prepared to slay his former king. The battle was fierce. The king's immense strength and experience made him a formidable opponent, but Gideon's superior skill and technique allowed him to land hit after hit, weakening the beast. Despite its diminished state, the king wasn't going down without a fight. With a final roar, it lunged forward, but Gideon was ready, countering its attack and plunging his sword deep into its chest. With the source of the curse defeated, the curse itself should be broken! But as Gideon removed his helmet, he saw the same swirling mist that had corrupted his king still lingering within him. It hadn't vanished completely. It seemed as though he had to defeat the manifestations of the curse within him one by one if he wanted to break it. His journey continued, taking him through treacherous swamps, haunted forests, and even into the underworld itself. He battled all manner of creatures, both mundane and supernatural, honing his skills and seeking a way to break his curse. Along the way, he encountered various characters who offered him aid or challenged him to test his strength. Some became allies while others became victims of his merciless attacks. It was during one of these battles that we see Gideon at his most ruthless. His opponent, a hulking brute with a distorted face and a mace in hand, had proven to be a worthy challenge. But as the fight raged on, Gideon began to tire. Not physically, but mentally. He found himself questioning his purpose, wondering if there was any point to his endless battles. Just as his resolve started to crumble, he remembered the reason he continued his fight, to free himself from the curse and to honor the memory of his queen. With renewed determination, he unleashed a flurry of attacks, overwhelming his opponent and ending the battle quickly. But as he stood over his fallen enemy, Gideon couldn't help but feel a sense of emptiness. It seemed as though no matter how many battles he won, he was still cursed to wander alone forever. But little did he know that his path was about to change in ways he never imagined. Gideon eventually came across a hidden temple deep within the swamp. Guided by an enigmatic monk named Brother Globe, Gideon delved into the temple's secrets. What he discovered there changed him forever. Gideon learned that the curse afflicting him was not merely a punishment, but a twisted form of protection. The Hollow Knight's vow had been bestowed upon him by the gods to prevent him from truly dying and becoming another vessel for the consuming darkness. Only by embracing his role as the Hollow Knight and confronting the darkness head-on could he hope to break the curse and find peace. Realizing the truth of his existence, Gideon emerged from the temple transformed. He now understood that his duty was not to wander aimlessly, but to become a beacon of hope in a world shrouded by despair. Armed with this newfound purpose, Gideon set out to purge Eldoria of all evil and bring light back to the kingdom. Yet this new mission presented him with a moral dilemma. While Gideon was once a champion of justice, his methods had grown increasingly brutal and merciless, causing him to lose sight of his humanity. Now he must confront the darkness, not only within himself, but also in the way he treats his enemies. Throughout his journey, he encounters individuals who challenge his beliefs and force him to confront the consequences of his actions. Some believe that his quest for redemption is misguided, while others see him as a symbol of hope in a dying world. As Gideon continues his crusade, he becomes a legend. A warrior clad in shattered armor, who fights valiantly against the forces of darkness. But the greater his power becomes, the more his humanity slips away, leaving many to wonder if he can truly be redeemed, or if he is destined to become the very thing he seeks to destroy. And that's the Hollow Knight's vow. What do you think? Does Gideon deserve redemption? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more epic stories. Until next time, take care.